Hi, by now you must have seen a few Panasonic S9 reviews already, so I thought it'd be more useful to just show you some detailed shots of overall look of the camera with some lenses and accessories. So I just purchased this a couple weeks ago and I'm using it for the last 2 weeks. This is the Asian version, which has the silver top, which is not available in the US and the rest of the world except Asia. It's super tiny for a full frame camera, especially without any base plate or lens attached. You can see it's super tiny. It's just amazing how small it is. But it does have some heft to it. I mean, it's definitely smaller, but almost as heavy as a Sony A7C. And the overall body is just okay. The build quality is fine. The entire body is made of a composite material that feels pretty solid. But the top here is clearly plastic. It looks okay, but it does feel a little bit cheap. I had a few Fujifilm bodies with silver tops, and they were all composite material that felt like metal. And the same goes for the Sony A7C silver top as well. I mean, they weren't premium, but they were not cheap either. And this one is a little bit like a level below that. Definitely feels like plastic. I'm not saying it's bad, but it could have been better. And the fact that the buttons on the back are really tiny and they're clicky and they're recessed in and they don't really provide like the most tactile feedback when you use them, and they're prone to mispresses. And man, this wheel is just bad. There's no way around it. I mean, it feels almost like an early 2000s point and shoot level of quality. And definitely doesn't, this wheel definitely doesn't belong on a camera of this price range. I'm really disappointed about this. But I would say, as far as the control goes, this is the only downside. And I just wish that there was another wheel here, because I had to assign the I had to assign this here for this, and it kind of works better. So let me now move on to the lens now. Here I got two lenses, Panasonic 20-60 kit lens and Sigma 45mm f2.8. Let me just put it like that here. As you can see, size-wise, there's a pretty big difference. Let me first install the 20-60 kit lens. It looks right at home for S5 Mark II, but on this body, it just looks way oversized. Makes the camera look front heavy, as you can see, like that. Especially without the base plate, it is a little bit unwieldy, actually, just one-handed. And especially when you extend it like this, it becomes, yeah, you need a base plate for this. You need a grip. And as a point of comparison, here is the Viltrox 13mm 1.4 for Fujifilm, and as you can see, it's almost the same size and the same weight almost. So better choice for the S9 would be Sigma 45mm 2.8. I mean, it looks almost perfect for the S9. It's fully metal, so it's a little bit heavy for its size, but it looks amazing. And also it's got the clicked ring that's really satisfying to use, the aperture ring. I wish it was a little bit brighter, maybe like f2, but you can't really complain for its size. There's also Sigma 35mm f2 that I've been considering to get. But it's quite a bit bigger than this lens. It's almost the same size as this, I believe, the Panasonic 20-60. So it's narrower, no, it's thinner and lighter, but almost it extends out almost as much as this. So it'll be like that. Yeah, and also as you can see here, when you place it on the floor, it just tips over. It tips forward because there's no grip that stops it from tilting over. So that's when that's where the Smallrig base plate comes in. It provides a much better handling, so it's a must if you put on a lens that's bigger than this. I mean, with this, it's not unwieldy. You can use it like this, but even this feels really heavy one-handed because the lack of the the grip here. So let me just install this. And one bonus with this grip is that if you just put it on the floor, it doesn't tip forward like this because it's got this little part that prevents it from tipping forward. So that's another nice thing about having this. So let me just place it on the floor so that you can see what it looks like. And now another thing that would be very useful, that comes in very handy when you got a small body like this, would be a Peak Design wrist strap. So let me put it on and show you what it looks like with the wrist strap. I mean, I would feel much safer with this. On a bigger camera with a bigger grip, I wouldn't necessarily use something like this, but with a smaller body, I would definitely prefer using it like that. There you go. And other than that, another accessory that I would often use is the DJI Mic 2. The integrated mic is not bad, but when you're outside, you need to suppress some wind noise, and DJI Mic 2 is perfect for it. So here's the DJI Mic 2. Let me just turn it on. Here's the transceiver. So here, the hot shoe, actually cold shoe, and I usually put it forward like this. I mean, it's small enough on this body to be a perfect match. It's certainly not an eyesore like some of the bigger shotgun mics that could go on here. So let me just bend it a little bit. There you go. This almost looks perfect. And when you're shooting it in a vlog style, still, it doesn't get in the way. So that's perfect. So the only downside of this, when you place the DJI mic receiver forward, like facing forward like this, is the wire here. It gets in the way. Like as you can see here, I can't really get my finger here to really turn it. It's really difficult. I think you actually have to take it off to do anything with the dial here. I mean, it is somewhat doable, but it's really difficult. So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, then you would just have to do it like that, which in a vlog style that wouldn't really work. So there we go. So what else could there be now? Oh, the last accessory that I'm going to use is the PGYTech snap plate with the Manfrotto mini tripod. This comes in really handy. The snap plate is like a Peak Design one, except that there's like a mount for tripods as well. So I use it often to mount the camera to a mini tripod like this. Obviously, when you have this plate on, you can't really keep it even on the floor. But it comes in handy because like that, you just take this off here. So yeah, becomes easier to handle. So there you have it. It's like a perfect everyday carry, full frame video photo hybrid. It's lighter than most full frame bodies and doesn't take up a huge space in my bag either. So yeah, like I hope this video helped you in some way in making the decision to get a Panasonic S9. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Bye bye.